Uh, Today in this session, we are going to see how to make this advanced soap box. Okay, a soap case, I would say, something like this. Just show around the part. Okay, so let's get started. Close this file. We'll create a new file. Okay, so let's get started with a sketch. So I'll create a new sketch using this plane. Then I make it in first quadrant, something like this, and just say okay. And then I will turn off auto dimension. I will create a rectangle with a dimension of 180 by 30. Okay, something like this. And then we need to provide fillets of 25-degree or 25 mm fillet. I did it. I go back to the sketch. Just say make fillet, then give the value as 25, say enter, and then you can pick the corners. Like this, you can make fillets. Okay, so this is done. And once that is done, we will draw another small uh, uh, rectangle inside that. Something like this with a dimension of let's say 70 by 100. This is 70. This is 100. Just move this inside this box, and then what I do, I make it midpoint. This one, be in the midpoint of this one. Okay, and then we will apply a fillet of again. Let's say 25 again inside for this. Yeah, I think better to make it 120. Make it 120. Make a fillet of again 25. Just apply fillet here. Okay, so with that, our box is ready. And then I will try to mirror it on the other side. We can just do mirror curve, pick the curve, then this has my center line. Okay, I've done that. Once this is done, we'll do an extrude of the outer box, something like this. And then I will try to flip it and make it as 30 mm in the opposite direction. Flip it in the opposite direction, 30 mm. Then this is none, and say draft, I'll say -2 draft. Okay, something like this. And just say okay. Okay, so now my outer boundary is done. And then what we'll do, we will start making the inner extrudes. For the small pockets, I pick the extrude, pick this one. flip it. Let's keep it as 20 mm. And once it is done, we have to subtract it. We'll make a boolean of subtract with the main body. I pick this curve also and just say subtract. Okay, we have done this subtract. Okay, then what I do, I just do a draft direction. I'll keep it here, and then stationary face. The face to draft is this one. Yeah, something like this. Okay, like how in soapbox we have a slanted face. So that's why we are doing this draft. And let's say a draft of food. Let's say okay. Okay, this portion is still here, it's okay. And then what we do, we draw a sketch, a small box on top of it. But before that, we will try to apply some fillets here. Do Control W to hide all the sketches, and then go to Edge Fillet. Apply a fillet of 2 mm. Maybe it's too close here. What I will do, I'll try to reduce this sketch by, instead of 120, make it 100. And then I will also make it a midpoint with this one and this one. Okay, just say finish it. See, now it is okay. Now I will apply fillet here of 2, 3. Okay, it should be okay. Say apply. Okay, so that is now done. Now let's try to draw one more sketch here. This one. Okay. Turn off auto dimension. Then I try to draw a rectangle. Angle, and then just try to increase the height. Let's say 100. Okay, and I finish the sketch. And once this is done, let's try to pad the opposite direction. Okay. Okay, it should be a connected curve. Pick this. Okay. I'll just do it a pad of, let's say, 20 mm, and just say apply. It has to be, it has to be united. Just say okay. Okay. So now we have got this one. So now we'll try to apply some fillets here. Sorry, a draft here on these two faces. Take this face and faces to draft is this one. Something like this. Something like this. Say 15-degree. Just say okay. And then draft on these two faces. Let's say 3 degrees. Okay, and just say okay. And once this is done, let's apply some fillets here. Okay, and then I'll try to apply a bigger fillet here. Before that, just apply a bigger fillet here. And then you can apply a smaller fillets here. Like this. Okay, so this portion is now done. And once this is done, we'll apply fillets here as well on this face. Let's say 4. Okay. So once this is done, oh, let us apply shell with the thickness of 1.5 mm. Yeah. So we have got the face profile done. Do Control W to hide the sketches. Okay. Now till here it's okay. Once this is done, now let's try to draw sketches on the side faces to remove this portion. So what we'll do, we'll try to do a sketch here. Okay. Turn off auto dimension, and then I just draw a profile. Something like this. Then I'll make this dimension just be 100. Before that, I'll make it concentric or midpoint of this one to be midpoint of origin of the sketch. Okay, and similarly, same thing. Then this should be 100. The bottom one should be 110. The height, let's make it to 14 mm. Okay, something like this. And then, okay, we have drawn the sketch somewhere here. So we need to change the sketch to this face. So I say edit with rollback, reattach, take this. Okay, okay. And then I say extrude. Okay, I don't need till there. I just say 5 mm. And then I say subtract. Okay. And then say mirror feature. Okay. So similarly, we'll do the next one here on the other side of the face. I draw a sketch on this plane. Just say okay. I remove auto dimension, and then I draw a similar sketch. Okay, something like this. And then we do the same thing. midpoint of this one should be the midpoint of the origin, sketch origin, and similarly for this one as well. Okay, and now we will try to make it 60 and 50. 60 at the bottom and then 50 at the top, and then height should be 14. Okay, I finished the sketch. We made the same mistake again, so we need to reattach the sketch, edit with rollback, reattach, and instead of that plane, we are going to use this plane. Just say okay. So you see, now the sketch has moved to this plane. Okay, I finished the sketch. I do an extract. Similarly, I do a mirror feature using this plane and going to eliminate on the other side also. Okay, Control W. This is now done. So we have got the basic profile of the showcase. Okay, so once this is done, we are going to draw in the center how to hold, where to hold the showcase. So for that, we are going to draw a sketch. Okay, so what we'll do, we will draw a sketch on this plane and just say okay, and then I remove auto dimension. Then what we do, just draw uh, uh, sorry, just like this, or I'll just project this curve. Something like this. I'd remove the unwanted portions. I'll change this to a reference one. Changing it to a reference dimension. I try to from this edge to this edge. Okay. Okay. So we have got the basic profile. I go to that edit with rollback again. So now we need to draw a circle. Let's say a circle of diameter 17. Something like this. And then what we can do, we will try to do a pattern of this one. Pattern curve. And then I will pick the pattern curve. Horizontal axis. Let's change it to 25, 22, something like this. Okay. And then what we'll do, we'll try to pick this one to the origin. Able to pick the center point. Okay. Something like this. And once that is done, now let's try to make a fillet using this one and this one. Okay, I want it down, so I flip it, take this one with this one, and then I'm making it tangent. You see here, similarly, something like this. So you see, I have made something like this. So now what we'll do, I'll draw one more circle, 17. What I would do, I'll try to take this one, this circle, and this circle, make it tangent. Okay. And then I'll try to make this one. Okay, before that, I'll give dimensions for this one. It's already constrained. Okay, I pick this one and this one. I'll say tangent. Okay, so now you see it is clear. You see this wave is created. We'll create the similar wave on the other side also. So for that, what I do, I just pick this arc and then I do a mirror curve, and then you see this. Okay. Then this one with this one, and then it's a tangent. I do this is not parallel. I'll just give parallelism with this one to this edge. Similarly, parallelism with this edge and this edge. Okay, so it's clear. Then you see this wave is now created. So now you can remove all the unwanted curves. What I do, then I make this as reference. I need to trim off all the unwanted options here as well. Trim this out. Okay. So now you see proper flow is there completely. Okay, so this portion is now very clear. Then should be okay. Just give the dimension of space to the place. See how much it's an angle. I want to measure the dimension in this one and this face. Give it as 2 mm. Okay. 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 So now this is done. What we can do, we can directly just extrude and remove this face. I finished the sketch. Just say extrude, pick the sketch, say mirror, symmetric, extend it, then subtract, okay. So you see, this is where you hold your hands. That portion is now done. Okay. Let's on this edge. Similarly here as well. Okay. This is done. And then all these sharp edges also. Right apply fillets. Maybe I can remove the 5. These edges. It's done. I just say okay. So now the last thing that we have, again, I will hide the sketch. Control W, and then you can hide the sketch. The last thing that we want to do is to put the drain holes. So what I do, I draw a sketch, this face, okay, then I change it to the bit, okay, so okay, let's say okay. I turn off auto dimension, I draw a small rectangle here, dimension it now. So for that, let's make a dimension of 16 by 14. This is 4. Okay. Then from the edge, let's make it 3 mm. Then I will try to do the same thing as midpoint. This one with respect to midpoint. This one, something like this. Okay. And then we'll apply fillet also here. Fillet of 4. Okay. And then we'll apply extrude. Then I flip the direction. And then I say draft. Say draft. Okay. We'll say okay. Okay. So this is done. So now what we have to do? We have to do a pattern feature. Pattern feature. Right? Just pick this one and this one and just say here the direction is this one. I'll just say and the second direction is this one. Okay. I think it's too much. I'll just say 3. For count, I will reduce it to 6. 6 is again too much. I will reduce it to 20. I reduce it to 5. I reduce this to 18. Okay. Up to 4. Just change it to 13. 12. Change it to 16. Okay. Okay. Just say okay. two. Okay, so pick this. I'll just use the sketch. Delete this one. I'll just use feature pattern geometry is not there. Pattern feature. Okay. Pattern geometry. I just use this sketch. This one. Okay. Just say okay. There is some unwanted thing here. I'll go to the sketch. Just make this as delete this one. I don't need this one. Now it should okay on the top also I should remove it. Yeah. Somehow can just extrude all these sketches. Extrude it. Remove. You have to apply the draft. Just say none. And then it's not working. So better to apply draft separately. Apply individual faces. Yeah. Then you can completely subtract this one from. Say okay. The curves, sketches, selection, control W, all the points, datums, everything you can remove. Then you can feature, mirror feature, and then pick this one, and pick this one, pick this one. Now, see, so box is now completed. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.